Hey, what's up, tubers? This is Superdell, and today I'm back with another video. As you saw the title, this is called Supercharge Your Google TV. This is going to be a two-part video. Before we get to the second part, we got to get some settings together. So in this video, I'm going to show you that, and then in the next video I do in a day or two, we're going to go to the second part to really enhance the supercharging of running different devices using the Google TV interface. But before I get started, guys, a lot of y'all are watching my videos and not subscribed to the channel. Please go over there, click that subscribe button. It would do the channel, myself, a huge favor. And then if you like the video, like it, share it, and then click that bell icon and select all. That way you get all of the content that I release on YouTube. So the first thing we're going to do, because I don't want this to be a super long video, I need you to go over here to quick settings right here. And we're going to go in here and do some changes. It's already highlighted for you, so make sure you do all settings. And again, we're going to supercharge this bad boy. We're going to have this device running smooth. No issues, no delays, no lag. It's going to run a lot smoother, okay? That's the whole goal of this. I need you to go down here to privacy. That's the first thing we're going to do. Privacy is highlighted. Go to the right. And I need you to go over here to manage updates. Now, some of y'all, the auto updates might be on. This is a personal preference situation here. I usually leave mine off, and you might say, Dale, why are you leaving it off? Because I like to go in here and see what's actually being updated. So right now, it's saying it's 2 updates. Could be 2 updates on the app or whatever. And right now, pretty much everything is updated, but it looked like one of my applications that I have on this device need an update. If you have a bunch of updates, just go through them and see what it's doing. And right now it says Haystack, improve purchase event tracking. That's the update that they're releasing. So if you have some, you can say update all, or you can go by individually. But right now, usually I do update all just to see exactly what's going on. And in this demonstration, I'm going to update this application right here. And it might take a little bit, maybe a minute or two, depending on how many apps you have on your device that need to be updated. So this should go fairly quick right here. And so as you see it, it's updated, it's done, but maybe some of y'all might have 4 or 5, maybe even 10 apps that need to be updated. But once it's done updating, I usually go back here, and we know we just updated, so we're good to go. I'm going to go back one time. And again, this is personal preference. If you want to leave it turned on, that's up to you. Me, I always turn it off because I want to see. Because a lot of times they will release an update on the app that might mess up everything. Like if you have IPTV, they release an update, and guess what? It clears out your IP TV credentials. So it is crazy sometimes. So again, keep that in mind. Next thing you want to do, go down here to security. One thing about it, right here, especially right here, with third-party applications, I turn this off immediately. Because we're knowing Android TV and Google TV is uninstalling applications. And again, I don't need them to go up in my device telling me exactly what I need to do. Or I'm watching it that night, and when I wake up, the application is totally uninstalled. So I usually turn that off, and then we're good to go right there, okay? Next thing you know, and again, this is personal preference. It's on you. You can take the risk if you want. But again, I'm going to go back one time. I'm going to go back twice. Now, one thing I want you to do, I need you to go to System, which is right here in Settings. Go to the right. I need you to go to the About. And one thing you can do right here when you into the About, if you go to Android TV OS, if you click it like 7 times, down here in the bottom, it will tell you that you're a developer. Mine's is already set, but if you click it, you'll get this message saying you are a developer. So click it like 7 or 8 times. I didn't need to do it because I already have that developers option, but make sure you do that. Okay? Once it says that you are a developer, again, you'll see it down here. All right, it'll say you are now a developer. Once you're done, hit the go back button. And I need you to go down to developers options. Right here. It's highlighted right there. You see it. Go to the right. And I need you to go down here and make some changes. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And you have this Windows animation. There are 3 of them. Windows animation, which is highlighted, transition animated, which is highlighted now, and animator duration scale, which is highlighted. We're going to make some changes to these 3 options right here. For Windows animation, and before I tell you mine, this is all personal preference as well. Okay, this is personal preference. But for me, the Windows animation scale, I turn it off. Okay, as you see it, once I turn it off, some people may even go to .5. It is up to you. See which one works best for you. Okay, but in mine, I usually turn Windows animation off. Then I go down to transition animation scale, which is highlighted, and I change that to .5 right here. And then I go down to animator direction scale, and I change that to .5. And it's going to move a lot faster. So when you're going up and down, you see how smooth that goes? That's how I want it to run. Okay? And, that's pretty much all you have to do with that. And again, everything is pretty much good to go. And just to show you, I am on the ON 4K Pro. And it's as simple as that, guys. Nice device. Everything should be running a lot smoother, going, up and down, side to side. And so when I come on here and I go down here, I don't have, everything just runs smooth. Unlike the new user interface on the Amazon Fire TV streaming devices, there are still some bugs that they got to work out. Theirs is not running as smooth as this, like this. Or when we going up and down and stuff like that. Okay? That's what that whole transitioning in developers option fix. And last but not least, guys, Google TV has released one of the best things we have out right now, which is Gemini, AI Gemini, and which is right here at the top. Right here, Gemini for TV, and it's quite nice. And what you can do, and doing all those changes and everything just makes everything so much better. But with Gemini, you can ask questions. You can say stuff like this: open Netflix. And it will go over here and open Netflix. Not only that, guys, you can get specific. Let me hit the home button right quick. Let me come up out of there. And you don't have to just always go to Gemini. You can just be on home, right? And as long as you use that button at the top, hey, Google, what time does Michigan men's basketball play today? All right. And as you see it right there, it tells me that it comes on today at 2:15. So I got to hurry up and finish this off because it is 2:12 p.m. Today is March 29th. So I got to go up here and watch Michigan versus Tennessee in the Elite Eight, as you see right there. But I'm going to ask it one more question, guys. Hey, Google, how many subscribers does Netflix has globally? Let's see if it give me an answer. Look at that. Netflix has over 325 million global paid subscribers as of late 2025 and early 2026. And they said, you see how much it's grown? And you see how much? That's one of the reasons why they got to keep them investors getting their money. And that's why they keep going up on the prices. I did a video on that. It's not doing so well because people just don't care because it was all about downloader being removed from the Amazon App Store. So nobody's really caring about Netflix prices. And I understand, because just like me, I do have my own media library. And I don't use Netflix or anything like that. I don't use Amazon Prime. I don't use third-party applications, but to each his own, okay? This is part one. We got our settings. Everything is ready to go. Also, one more feature before I let you go, okay? On the remote control, if you look at your on remote, it has a star. It has a star right up there on the top right-hand corner. And maybe somebody didn't see it, all right? So let me make this. Let me see if I can do something right here. If it let me allow it to make it larger, okay? If you look at the remote, there is, come on, baby, get it? There's a star button. There's a star button right there. I'm about to show you what that star, because a lot of people do not talk about that star button, okay? When I press it, all right, you can have this work with your Google Home. Not only that, guys, you can have that as your favorite application. Now, I know on some of these remote controls, they got the hotkeys down here, Netflix, Prime, Disney, and YouTube. Okay, but that star give you an extra feature. And so when I go into favorite apps, any of these can be your favorite app, as you see what's on here. Now, again, it could be your Plex, it could be whatever you want. Me, I like a browser, okay? And so, as you see, it created the shortcut, and I hit my home button. So all I have to do, when I just hit the star button, oh, sorry about that, I didn't set it. All right, the browser. And then once you click it, the dot goes on there, you got to hit create shortcut. I forgot to do that. Create the shortcut, and now we're good to go. And when you hit that star button, look what happened. It goes to whatever your favorite app is. And it's straight up nice, guys. It's really, really nice when everything comes up, and go from there. If you want to change it, as you see right there, everything came up. I can watch YouTube off of this. And this app right here is called Browse, all right? And I'll show it to you right now. Here it is right here. It's called Browse here. It's a browser, okay? And again, I can go up in here, and I can watch YouTube, Netflix, some movies, Google, Reddit, Facebook, all of that, Instagram, X. Is so nice to have. This is one of my favorite, applications. It give me the news, all of that stuff, guys. It does it all. And it does a little bit more as well, which again, I would do that probably on the second, part to this video. Listen, if this is what you like and this is what you want to do, you want to get your device up and running correctly, then definitely follow these steps that I presented to you. Supercharge it. And now, again, give me a day or two, something like that, and I'm going to come through and show you some more hardware to make the experience even more better with supercharging your device. Again, if you're not subscribed, because, again, I'm getting the views, but when I look at my analytics, a lot of y'all are not subscribing. That's what keep creators going. This is what encourages YouTube creators to give you more information. So please select that subscribe button, share this video, like this video, and finally, again, hit that bell icon. That way you get notified anytime I release any content on YouTube. Big salute to y'all. Y'all stay safe out there, and I will talk to you on the next one. Peace.